I'm really interested in this player, and it looks like we are going live here, Brett, officially. Oh, and you know what I just realized, Brett, is that we need to have volume control with this way of doing things. So we're good, though. I've got it. Just got to work with that. But here we go. We have or is this live? This has got to be live, right, Brett?
Thinking it's live. I'm watching the Dolly POV right now.
Yep.
And it does look like he is going. We see kills coming out right now. So far, 2 kills have gone into the favor of. Oh, I just made a big mistake. Dolly is on which team again? M4L?
M4L. So he's going to be fighting the IFV coming out of the gate here. He's going to be looking to get some kind of damage, but he seems a little skeptical. Maybe there's a call that there's infantry nearby. But initially, it looks like M4L have gotten the 2 flag cap here off the rip with the A and B flag hold. It looks like he's somewhat scared to fight this tank. Maybe there's information he doesn't have, but he's going to be fighting against Druin. We're going to swap over to the Druin POV, but hold on. Oh, let me set this up. Brett, go ahead and take it away for a minute while I set this up for just a moment.
Yeah, so Druin is going back and forth at the moment with Dolly, and it's just classic tank fight right now. They're poking him and out. A couple of players are going to be throwing some rockets on the Druin side. Nice job here, though, just keeping aware. He does pick up at least 1 player on the map who wasn't paying attention, but they are losing out on those tickets. AB still into the favor of M4L, and wow, actually, it looks like Dolly has been pushed back. He got 2 rockets right back to back there with only rep on him, so he's going to get pushed right now. Druin looking to maybe make it. Nope.
Yep, swapping to the Druin POV now. Oh no, and the ads are messing us up. Hold on. Again.
That's never a fun thing.
Yep, again, just bear with us. We are making stuff happen. Trying our best here.
Absolutely are. I am going to be looking over here. It looks like on Kenny. He is currently holding down the line for his team. Looks like it's the outside line over here by B. And looking pretty good so far. There's not really a whole lot of action coming his way. I say that, and then he picks up a kill right away. So fantastic job there on his part.
So I'm on the Druin POV now, and we just have a permanent ad, but it's okay. We're just going to stay with him as much as we can. Goodness gracious.
You got ads right now?
Yeah, I'm getting an ad like constantly. Okay, we're good now. Finally. Okay, all right. Let's see if we can keep it going. All right, we're going to stay with the Druin POV. We're going to see he's actually still up against this M4L tanker, which is huge, honestly. I didn't expect to see this, but he's really putting up a good fight here against this M4L force that he has to play against, which is multiple RPGs and constant. There's that Dalwi push that we talked about before, Brett, but can he cash in? It looked like almost that the Dalwi took on more damage than actually Druin did. And that's very good resistance and awareness from the side of AnV here, which is showing very solid tank team play here, and we always love to see stuff like that.
Addy is with Druin right now as well, and he was able to get some nice repairs going on for his teammates, but still not able to get any pressure anywhere else on the map to try and get those flags back in their favor. So M4L, I mean, they're perfectly fine with this setup. Yeah, you want to sit over here and play P2 with the tank? We are fine with that if you're not going to be pushing or moving at all anywhere else on the map. So the infantry really holding it down right now for M4L.
Yeah, 100%. I'm actually going to be swapping over to the Addy POV now. So let's see if we can get it going. Oh, yeah, we got good comms over here. Let's see if we can get a listen in here, Brett, on the Addy POV.
C cut. Watch C cut.
Yeah. We
truck palms.
We got tank on us right now.
Very clean.
Truck palms still around the corner to the right side. Literally in front of me, peeking.
Hey,
let's push this.
Okay, let's swap over to a different POV here. Let's actually go to the M4L infantry player that's not streaming. Okay, we're gonna just use Dalwi's POV then. Let's see. I don't know why he posted that, but okay, let's use Dalwi as our main focus here. He's gonna be fighting this tank again. How many times have we seen this now, Brett? We've seen this tank fight this other player, and I mean, they're just doing a good job of Dalwi maintaining this stagnant hold, but look at this. The AB is now being contested on the B flag by the players from AnV, it looks like.
Yeah, Kenny is all the way into the back over here onto Bravo. It looks like he's going to try and hold things down. Nice pickup there as he does get 1. Looking for 2. Not quite able to get him just yet as he's just poking through the smoke there. But he does have some support here from his teammates, so they should be able to clear this out just fine as they're going to start getting this back into their favor. So M4L, they lost Bravo there for a few seconds, but they were able to regain.
Okay, now I've got the Kenny POV now. I don't know why my stuff bugged, but we're back now. We should be good. I'm going to follow Kenny for a bit here if we can and see what we can get from him. So we have Kenny over here on the B flag defending it. It looks like he's more of just holding his defensive position, trying to fight off this infantry over here in this building. And it looks like just M4L have a really good lockdown right now, 332 to 188. Pretty hard to overcome, but really I think just AnV need to somehow get on that A flag, get behind that tank, get rid of that tank and do something. But maybe over here on this B flag they can get a push to come through. Brett, what are you thinking?
And at the moment right now, it is they gotta do something. Maybe to do a clown car. You know, stack 2 more guys into the tank, go push them real quick, jump out, rocket them, and try and get the kill on them as quickly as possible. But they are very quickly getting into the territory where it's going to be impossible to come back from. 171 now to 329. Not a score line that you want to have. Druin is starting to get a little bit aggressive, though. He will be pushing up onto Dolly. Now, what will be the kicker here is he doesn't have any help. He needs to get at least 1, maybe 2 more infantry players to try and throw some rockets there. He just doesn't have it. We're seeing time and time again, every time they try and poke out, they end up just getting pushed back. It's just not working on this side. So I don't know what's happening with their infantry. Unfortunately, we don't have Porter's view, which would have been nice. But Addy is, well, he's just got absolutely blown apart right there.
I'm following Druin now. Oh, goodness. But we got Druin over here. He's going for this push on A. I think they're making the call. And look, Brett, they've actually gotten A neutralized. But look, they lose the neutralization, and M4L get it right back. And it looks like Druin might actually end up going down here to this. Oh, no, he's 1 HP. And he finally gets taken down by Dawi. An aggressive push that he tried to do to help his team, but it just came out all for naught, honestly, at the end. That's brutal. Yeah. That is brutal.
And, you know, that right there, it sucks. Dawi had the superior positioning right there. I think, you know, like I said, if they would have had maybe 2 more infantry players to come on in, throw rockets down, get that massive amount of repairs onto Druin, they could have survived there, but it just didn't happen. So now it's going to be up to them as infantry players for the next 120 seconds to try and make this thing happen. Dolly does have an opportunity to push up, pretty much uncontested. He will have some rockets, obviously, to deal with, but he has the ability to just kind of bully the players around the map.
Okay, yeah, and look, and again, he hasn't moved from this position, has he? I mean, he's just been in the same spot for so long now. That's so hard to deal with as, like, an infantry player. Give me just a moment. I'm really trying to navigate this. It is good, but just... I have a POV here. All right, cool.
So, again, guys, this is a new setup that I literally just told him about today. So we probably shouldn't have been doing this for match day, but it once it gets cleaned up and figured out, it is going to be a lot smoother overall than multi-switch. But yeah, I'm actually looking at Kenny's POV right now. He picks up 1, 2, 3 players. Kenny doing some work. He actually didn't get the third. He got the assist on him, but that's going to be a full squad down onto that B flag. Finally, we're going to be seeing a little bit of movement there, but as soon as we do, M4L strike back again, and they are just not letting this go. So really good job here from Kenny. I think this is the second time that he's had a clear out onto Bravo, and he's just really locking it down.
Hey, what can you say? I mean, honestly, this probably, if I'm AnV, I'm going to be looking to go for the next map. I'm curious on whose map pick Iberian was here, Brett, because you're looking at 300 to 80 right now. At best, they could be maybe looking at 280 to nothing, and that's a hard score line to beat, even with perfection from AnV. And, you know, Brett, it's worth saying that M4L are playing from the hard side right now. And that's going to be a major thing going into the fact that they're starting on the good side next. So if I'm AnV players, I'm probably just going to be talking about, okay, what can we do on Cairo? Because right now, Iberian's not looking good.
To be honest right now, I don't know if I would just throw it out completely. You do have about 50, 60 tickets or so to work with. If they can burn, let's say, another 50 to, I would say, 80 tickets or so, then that does give them an opportunity to come back and maybe do something here in this next round. But obviously, you know, right now, I wouldn't necessarily be thinking about the next map. I would be thinking about what I can do in this round as of right now. But I'm just watching Kenny's POV. So far, I think he's on like a 5 or 6 kill streak. He's absolutely laying it down. He's just being a turret over here, basically. Rotating, getting kill, rotating, getting kill again. And now he is going to be making his way over here towards the middle of the map. But, you know, really good positioning, I would say, from M4L. But also just really solid, I would say, gunplay coming out from the Michigan players. I've been watching the kill feed, and their infantry has been really stacking it up.
100%. And, you know, we have, I kind of want to give some time over here to Torta. He is a player from the AnV side. Let's see if we can get some gameplay from him here. He's going to be on the C flag, trying to break out a bit here, and he's going to be rolling on the C flag. Oh, he might run into Kenny, actually, and boom, immediately he takes down Kenny on the stairs there. Good time to switch POVs. And he looks like they're just trying to break out of this, but they got 16 tickets. I mean, maybe they can look to take down a few players, get that ticket count down a little bit more, like you said before, Brett. But just next round, I think next round we just need to start on a new strat. How do we roll out? How do we put them in the base? How do we take control next round? Oh, and there you go. You have Torta taking down another player over there on that head glitch in the mid-garden area. He's going to be going around the left. Maybe he tries to pick up another player on the B side of the map. He sees one right here. Oh, Torta tries to get the third, but he's not able to complete the kill. And that's going to be 298-0 for M4L. A brutal scoreline, but not impossible to overcome.
It isn't impossible. It is unlikely, but not impossible. Unfortunately, they weren't able to really get anything going. AnV, you know, this is okay. So this is one of the frustrations from the player's perspective when they are getting cast, because you and I, we see things from a different perspective than they do, right? So we're able to kind of see all the pieces moving around on the map. We can kind of go like, well, why didn't you move here? Why didn't you do that?
Yes.
This is one of those situations where it's like, I would have really liked to have seen Druin maybe move his IV somewhere else on the map. Maybe go, because like if you remember, Croc pushed their IV all the way up to Bravo on the break. You remember that?
Yeah, we'd love to see that because that's different.
I don't think that there was any reason, because Addy was pretty much holding back the IFV, just being honest right there in that kind of whole situation where he was in back behind the flag.
Yep.
So he can kind of sit there, hold him back, keep him honest, and then Druin just run all the way around and try and go up to B. Mm-hmm. Yes, you're going to get called out, but also that's going to leave a situation for DH to, okay, are we going to rotate to try and get their back flag, or are we going to go down and hit and maybe save B? That pulls him out of that safe space, right? That easy spot for that IV to be in, and that gives an opportunity for some kind of rotation to happen for the AnV guys.
Yes,
is
100%.
It easy? Absolutely not. But it does move that IFV out of that position, and that's what they needed to have happen. They needed that IFV to be moved somewhere else because they were not getting through there whatsoever.
And Brett, it's important to note that I actually misspoke. AnV were on the bad side. So I just got mixed up with the POVs there. They will now be starting on the better side of the map. So this is actually a good position for them because they can actually get back into this game, in my opinion now. I just had mislooked when we were switching on the POVs. But by the way, for the people watching, I think I've got it figured out now. It just took a little bit of trial and error, trial by fire, if you will. We're going to start with the Torta POV here, Brett, because Torta is going to be one of the main fraggers for AnV. I really am curious to see where he ends up on this map off the rip. So we're going to be following him. I don't foresee him going for the back cap. I foresee him going straight to that mid garden, straight to B flag, or maybe even C, depending on what their game plan is. But we have him over here going up the mid side. He's going to be looking. He's going to be jumping over this head glitch area. He's going to be getting this space on the map. He's going to be holding this mid lane down. He's going to be looking for some kind of players. He doesn't see anybody. He's going to be looking down the right side. Oh, no, but he gets taken down by S-Doer 23R.
How did he not finish that kill?
I'm not
what
sure.
What was that?
I'm not too sure what happened
there. That
there.
looked like a perfect burst, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know if it was a connection thing or what, but wow. That definitely sucked. Because you could tell his muscle memory was like, this should be enough bullets to kill that guy. And it just didn't connect. So whatever happened there, that definitely sucks. But in the meantime, if you flip over to Kenny, he is going to be making his way over here to that Bravo point. He is in the mix right now, trying to throw those smokes down to obscure his position and get his teammates to spawn in as quickly as possible, as B still has not been taken, I think, for either of these teams. So this is a big deal right now for AnV. They have to make sure that they do not let this B side get taken, as we do have Kenny getting picked up.
Yeah, and Kenny's going to be picked up. I kind of want to follow him a little bit more here. I'm kind of curious how M4L are going to be able to get into this B side. He looks like he's holding for a revive, but I think he's given up on it. He's just going to go for the respawn. But again, look at the flags. M4L have somehow come out on top in this B engagement. And again, like you said before, Brett, I kind of want to see that lav roll down to B. I want to see that lav have impact. Is the lav down for AnV? It doesn't look like it. I believe they're still up right now. Let's Let's roll
Actually,
over
right now, there's
there.
a big push coming. There's 4 infantry players with the IFV currently. Well, I said he was pushing, but now they are going to be backing up. Don't think that is the wisest move here, but they are going to be getting some pressure. Dawi looks like he's just chilling, honestly. Like, he is not having any issues whatsoever. He's doing a great job of just peeking them, dodging all of these rockets back and forth. Honestly, Druin, like, you have 4 guys with you. Just make that push. I don't know who's making the call outs here for their squad, but I really think that they should just trust the armor and go. Use him as a shield, massively overwhelm the other team with
Oh no!
Go.
It looks like Druin might go down here. He's actually, oh no, and brutal. There were some miscommunications there. Druin took a lot of damage, and there was not a single repair on him. That's going to feel bad for any kind of tanker in any situation. I'm going to be asking questions after that. From that point of view, I'm going to swap over to Torta again here and give him, oh, never mind. Torta's got an ad for me, so I'm actually going to go to Addy here. Whoa, what is this? What am I doing?
Oh no, Kenny is over on A. They've been able to neutralize it out. He's the only player left up and alive. He does get picked up, so that is going to be a little bit of a respite for this AnV squad. They will be able to survive there without getting 3 cap, but I mean, that is a rough go at it. They really need to figure out what is going on their infantry side. They're not having it whatsoever. And Dawi now
swap over to Dawi.
Wow, look how far he is. He can basically go for a cap if he wanted to, but there is a rotation. Finally, a rotation.
Oh my goodness, Dawi's getting 2. Maybe 2. He gets an assist on 1. He gets to kill him another. But look at that. Yeah, finally, C is blinking. Their gimme is blinking. They are forcing M4L to reply. They're going to have to go back and get this flag. While they're doing this, Brett, they could go to B. They have 4 in on the map. But look at Dawi picking up unknown elusive on the flag here. Dawi's just got total control. I mean, he is the rook, and he is moving all over this board. And trust me, he is taking down every single pawn of AnV right now.
Dude, honestly, that just reminds me so much of like old school Battlefield 3, like just run through buildings and the tank being able to be used as something that can just be more than a long range cannon, right? Like, just plow through buildings, cause as much chaos and havoc as you possibly can. I love the way Dawi's playing right now.
Yeah, this man, I mean, that's why everybody respects his play style. He's aggressive. He gets in there. He's not scared to die, but players love to play around a tank like this because they like to run with the repair tools and ARs out, you know what I mean? So they're right there with him as he breaks down a wall. Dawi's going to pick up Druin right here on the right side of that rubble for that building. He's going to be looking down into their gimme flag, trying to get these RPG players. He picks up a second. He's going for the 3rd kill. I mean, this guy is lethal. He knows all of these splash zones that are essential for playing the lav on this map. So he's just going to keep looking down and just collecting these kills. Dawi's just so effective in this position, Brett.
And if he is not getting kills, he's doing damage, which is forcing players to have to disengage and try and heal up. Because if they don't, they're going to get cleaned up by the infantry players. So yeah, whatever he's doing right now, it's doing work. Absolutely. So he's going to go ahead and back on up. I believe Druin's IFV has not spawned in yet.
Yep.
So he is not going to be out and about just yet. But yeah, I mean, this is really rough going. Addy is still going to be all the way in the back, trying to push on out. If you look at his mini map,
Parking,
he really doesn't
Try to get
anywhere else on the map. They may be trying to go for a push onto that C flag. Yes, it is going to be flashing again. So they have a squad on C, but I mean, this is one of those situations to where the IFV is going to be going back. I think that's going to be Dawi making his way over here towards that Charlie side again. And just the fact that he is basically a mobile spawn beacon, it's so hard when you've got an armor who knows where he needs to go, when he needs to go. Kind of like if he has the autonomy to do what he's wanting to do. That's always the nice thing to have, is when you have an armor player who you trust wholeheartedly and you don't have to micromanage him, right? Somebody that you can just say, go do your thing. I know you're going to be able to make it happen. And that's what I see from Dawi right now.
Look at this Dawi. You know, he's just so self-sufficient. He went all the way to the back of the map, put down another resupply crate. He's gassing up the tank. He's making sure the tires are clean before he gets back in there and starts farming AnV again. I mean, oh no, and the Druin lab is up for AnV as well, so we're going to get this engagement again, it looks like here, Brett.
That we are. And Druin is still being pushed back. So yeah, he's not. Okay, so he has 2 dedicated reps, right?
Yes.
Dowie, I believe, has only had one for the majority of the game. Now, when he does get overrun, we do some spawns off on him. But like at this moment, just push him. He's at 50 health right now. Dowie's at 50 health. Okay, let's go. Like, get the infantry players in the tank, go towards him, jump out, throw 2 rockets, hit him with your own rocket, and then boom, you should be able to buff him down.
And on the Druid POV, it's like he's almost scared to get jumped by the infantry, but at a certain point, you've got to use your weight. Throw your weight around. You are a giant lad. You can demolish any medic, any person with a DRS looking at you can't do anything, and by sitting there, he creates his own demise because guess what? M4L is able to get behind him and give him an ass shot with an RPG. I'm right there with you, Brett.
That was Kenny right there. Kenny picked up 3 kills with that shot. Again, like I'm not really sure what that squad is thinking about. They're playing a little bit too passive in this situation. But Kenny is now going to be coming in. They're going to be getting the flash onto A. They did lose C, so that was one thing that AnV was able to do really well. But they lost C. We see the rotation coming in. It looks like they are going to be able to get this neutralized as the kills are continuously coming in for Kenny.
And Kenny's got this laser focus aim. I mean, it's just something to be admired. I mean, his tracking's next level here. I mean, he's just holding down this back cap here. And he's making good comms here. We can hear on the stream that, and now look at this, the M4L players aren't going to let that guy get away. They don't want the squad to spawn on that player. They want the squad wipe, Brett. And trust me, they understand the mechanics of that very well.
Oh, absolutely, and they're also going to be rotating over to B. So we are seeing rotations coming in from A and B, which I do like. They're starting to, I think, look a little bit more cohesive as a team, be a little bit more flexible. They're not so rigid that they just can't move about the map when they need to. It's just that they're not winning their gunfights at all. We see some really good work here from Kenny. He picked up another kill, getting the revive there on his team. Maybe he even baited him. I'm not sure. But in the end, it means that they are going to be able to get on this Bravo site. They will be able to neutralize it, get it back into their favor.
100%. And, you know, I wonder whose server this is, because you got to remember that these are Middle Eastern players that they're playing against right now. So I'm wondering who has the ping advantage. Are they doing? They're obviously doing split servers, right? Or maybe they're not. You know, that's a big part of the game as well.
I don't know.
It looks like we actually have Dawi under fire here. I'm going to swap over to him and see how he's doing. It looks like he's able to get out of the situation he was in. Let's see if he's able to re-aggress on this A flag here. All of AnV has 120 ping average. They are on EU, says the chat. This is a German server, Brett. So it looks like it's going to be the middle ground server. So I think probably ping's not playing too big of an advantage. It's not like the Aussie Chronicles we've had. But look at this. We have M4L just putting AnV in the base. Look at Dalwi. He doesn't care about winning right now. He's like, where can I stat pad at? Where are the infantry? They've got to be in this little cubby over here, right? So where can I find them? Dalwi's not even looking to get the toe on the tank at this point. He knows he's won the map. He wants to get some kills, and I'm happy to watch him go for it. Let's see if he's able to produce us anything in this building on the right. He knows there's a player. He picks up one. Addy going down to Dalwi in the IFV. But look at Druin. Druin's re-aggressing, trying to get revenge for his infantry. But Dalwi, you might be taking on a little bit too much damage here. Have you gotten a little too careless? But look at that. No, he's able to back up perfectly and get the rep going. This is just that experience coming through, Brett, from a very experienced veteran tanker. He just knows exactly when to move and how to move.
But see, like right now, I mean, he's just now getting up to full health. That entire time, there was an opportunity for Druin to push it, and he just didn't. And I agree with you. And it may just be that Druin is respecting DH way too much. That is a flaw sometimes. You get some of these players, they believe in the legend way too much, you know, and they just don't feel confident against that other tanker, that other player. In this case, I think Druin has had multiple opportunities to go ahead and just push, and he just fears him too much. Whether he's being told to hold back or he's just scared to push it, I don't know. But Druin, he is going to be back up in his position once again to try and hold back DH, but DH still able to put on the pressure, keep this AIV in check. We have infantry also pushing up onto A. Look at this, possibly going for a 3 cap. A was flashing for just a moment. That's scary, man. That's super scary to be in this position, to know that, hey, your back flag is flashing, and I got people also pushing from the front.
This is brutal. This is brutal for AnV. So it looks like he's trying to get that aggression, but again, Druin making the same mistake at the end that, in my opinion, he was making for most of the game here, Brett. Like you said, like you pointed out, he's playing a little too safe. His IFV hasn't moved at all. I'm surprised he didn't send his IFV down to B. Maybe bait Dalwi into the B flag. If he was able to do that, maybe his infantry could have capitalized and gotten the Dalwi destroy. I think that was very essential, but we needed Druin to just move around more from the AnV side, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think the takeaway from this one is that he needed to be more aggressive when he had the extra infantry help. So there were at least 2 times that I can think of in that one round where he had 2 extra wrenches with him. So that means that he has 2 wrenches and he has 2 rockets. He should have pushed with that. He has I mean, it's not 100%, but it is a little bit easier on keeping people from rotating to your backflies because it is very linear, right?
Yep.
So, a lot of head glitches you can set up in places to kind of keep the teams from going past a certain line.
Right.
But you have to win those gunfights.
That's the biggest thing.
I'll be really curious to see what the breakout is going to be for both of these teams. You know, if we're going to be seeing a very aggressive breakout where they're going to be pushing not just for that B flag, but a little bit further to try and get that team off on their back foot, or if we're going to be seeing more of a passive breakouts where they just kind of stop at B, hash it out, fight a little bit, and then we'll see which one is going to be able to get that center flag, and then we kind of go on from there. But I really. Man, I don't know. See, if we can get some good infantry play coming out from AnV, then I do believe that they have a good chance on this map. I just do.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Cairo's a real fun map to watch because there's a lot of different lanes. And, you know, it's honestly, in my mind, a very close to 3-lane map design, which makes it very competitive to play. I believe we are live now, Brett, finally. We are going to... I'm going to start with the Druin POV. Let's see if they adjust their gameplay a little bit here, Brett. Let's see if they get a different kind of flow going here. We got Druin coming out. Is he going to drop anyone else on this flag? We don't know. But it looks like they're full sending into the B flag already. They've already seen they've got the burn going on. And Druin shooting in, taking down Taco for M4L. Going to be looking... Oh, no, but he's getting RPG'd from hell over there by the heaven side of the mid part of the map. He's going to be re-aggressing now that he's got a rep with him. He's going to be looking left and right. But look at this. AnV have an initial good hold here, Brett. This is major, actually. They needed this. They definitely need everything to go right here in this first few minutes of this Cairo to get some confidence back in their favor. But here we have Druin using his proc scan. He must have some information that there's some sort of set of players hiding over here behind the B flag over here, and he's just trying to like weed them out. He's a little scared to go far. He doesn't want to get ass shot, which makes sense here. But if you look at the kill feed, it looks like Dalwi's getting a bit of action. I'm actually curious to see what he's getting into over here and see if we can catch up with Mr. Dalwi.
Yeah, I am watching the Kenny POV. He's playing super passive. Yeah, he's just playing super passive, but he is in striking distance of that alpha flank. So I don't know if he is waiting to get some information as to where the armor is at. He misses his shots badly. That does let him know where he's going to be in. I think his teammate's going to be able to clean it up. He doesn't, so he is going to have to try and finish up this kill, maybe wait for his teammate to spawn back in. But he's kind of in a precarious situation, but right on the cusp of getting onto that A flag. And you know, maybe he's going to try and just have a little bit of distraction, pull back some players. Oh, nice job. That's going to be Druin able to pick him up. And this is kind of like what I want to see. You know, Druin's doing a good job of protecting that flag, making sure that his teammates are going to be able to get some pressure on the rest of the map. And so far, it's looking pretty decent. Whoa, look at that. You see a big fight happening here between the armor pieces.
Yep, I'm going to be looking over... I'm going to check out Druin for this, actually. I'm curious to see how he is able to adjust for this fight here. Let's see if we're able to get him set up. He's going to be over here just trading blows, it looks like. He's got this infantry repairing him. He's trying to curve these toes around the corner. Again, he's just playing with his infantry here. I can't hate on this approach right here, Brett, because it is the least RNG approach. But he definitely needs his infantry to get some map control on this mid side of the map. He needs them to creep up on both sides, get to where they can get some ass shots on his tank, something that he can go off of and push with. But he's getting issues on the mid side of the map because, look, he's taking RPGs from his right. His infantry is, like you said, kind of failing him right here. But look at this. He takes down Dalwi to half HP, but in return, he gets a quarter of his HP left. But look at this. We got 3 reps coming out for Druin here. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, he's got so many infantry players on him. Like right now, like just go. He's got 4 people on him right now. Just go. Go attack that other armor piece.
Oh my
Like I
goodness.
said, this right here, it makes my blood pressure go up because I mean they should be able to overwhelm with 4 infantry players and an IFV. They should be able to overwhelm with no problem. But they are getting some infantry players coming in from that A site. Drew is getting shot now from his own spawn area.
Oh,
He is
no.
going to be able to pick up at least one of those, like on the assist. But
Druin's-
his teammates.
Oh no, Druin goes down to the RPG from Noli here. Let's see what. Actually, let's check out Torta over here. I believe, right? Let's find him. Oh goodness, wrong POV for that. Let's find Mr. Torta. We haven't really seen him this game.
Torta just got shot on my screen.
Oh no, did he really? Let's see
Yeah.
what he's able to do on this fresh life here. Let's see what we're able to get out of him. And this is really surprising. We haven't gotten any good clips out of him because he is a high impact player. But look at this. AnV are coming out of spawn. They're fighting uphill already, Brett. Ooh, hard to play against.
This is rough. This is the 3-cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3-cap coming in. We know that 3-caps are pretty much Dolly here. Oh man, he's literally the carcass of Drink. He's keeping him from moving out. But yeah, I mean, 3-caps are absolutely 100% deadly. We're going to be seeing the tickets just blowing away. And B is going to be flashing, so we are going to be seeing that 3-cap not going into full effect. But still, it is a rough position for A&D to be in. They're just really not able to do much around the rest of this map. They started out looking pretty decent, but at the moment, 320 to
The other
Went all the way.
200, I think.
A arches.
It's not a good spot for them to be.
There was one under you.
Okay, we're flanking take now.
I got
Don't
two.
it-
I got
Where is
It's
two.
he?
interesting that we're able to get into
on
the
A.
mind over here of AnV if we watch the
let's do
Addy
this.
POV
I'll spawn
because
on
he
you.
has
Ready?
all comms
Yep.
unmuted, so
One.
we could actually follow them
Oh, he
in
went
here
mid to
and get a temperature check here and see how they're feeling. But it sounds like they're calm and collected here, Brett. It sounds like they're not freaking out yet. They're still in this game mentally. From there, I'm going to swap over to the Dolly POV. Looks like he's rolling up on the B flag here. Let's see what he's able to produce. Oh, he's getting shot in the ass. Actually, Dolly's very low here. Let's see if he's able to get out of the situation. AnV, you have to capitalize on this, man. You can't let him get to 1 HP and get away. Oh, and finally, AnV takes down Dolly. Torta with the killing blow. This is huge. AnV have to press the gas now. They have to get in this game one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, it is open for them to take control. We are going to be... Ooh, this is actually really good. So Drone is going to be in his IFV. So they are going to be able to have an armor up on the other team. They got about 100 seconds now or so in order to make this happen. So if they're going to be putting pressure on the map, they need to do it right now. They have 2 flags, B and C. They are not getting their home flag just yet, but this does give them an opportunity with the armor to kind of poke and prod in here to make this happen.
But see, look, Druin, I understand the caution, but at a certain point, just throw your IFV onto the flag. You know, he's so... I can understand caution, but this is too much. You've got to get in there. You are the most important piece on this map. Where you go, a cap happens because players have to pull out RPGs, and then your infantry can capitalize. But here goes the first kill coming out from Druin. He's going to go ahead and get that first. He's going to be looking for a second, but then, boom, he takes an RPG from his front left here. I would really love to see him go onto that A flag and get some impact here. But his infantry capitalize on the fact that their infantry is having to use rockets. Do something, you know... Tic-tac-toe, man. Rock, paper, scissors. Do something. But this passive play, I'm not a fan of. He needs to press the gas while their tank is down.
Especially because they lost B in the process. So I don't know if they were waiting for players to come back or what, but when he had a wrench in his tank, he should have been pushing up there onto that A site 100%. You know, get that pressure on the flag. You're going to be pulling those resources back off of B. Give your infantry an opportunity to survive. It does look like A is going to be going in their favor, but how long are they going to be able to keep this 2 flag cap? C is in there for now, but they're not going to have a whole lot of reinforcements. It's going to be tough to get players back there. So it's really going to be up to this team how they're going to stabilize now that they have their A flag.
Oh, if you swap over to Dolly, we've got an interesting POV. It looks like he's laying down here, actually, for spawns on C. Okay, this is an interesting POV, and this is just the team player coming out of Dolly. He's just looking at his map, checking where his infantry is. It looks like he's going to be running back to spawn. We'll come back and check on Dolly in a minute after he gets that tank. Let's check out Addy. We haven't seen. Oh, never mind. He's the one with the comms. Let's check out Kenny. We haven't seen Kenny in a while. Let's see what he's getting up to on this map right now. One of the bigger infantry players. We've seen a lot of plays out of this guy thus far. It looks like he's trying to deal with this heaven position as M4L are trying to dig their way back into the map. And it looks like AnV might actually have a halfway decent hold here, Brett. This is a good position. AnV hold. If they set up their defensive line and get on head glitches like they should, they are going to be looking pretty good going into the rest of this round. I mean, it's 144 to 245, and what a crazy kill from a.
Yeah, look at DH at the moment. Well, he is backing up now, but he was getting very aggressive there for a second, and kind of putting some pressure up there onto that B site. I really like how he was doing that, but he got hit from 2 rockets real quick, and decided that was going to be enough for him. But putting more pressure back on it again, he's going to come up over the ridge as he does not connect with the rocket, so that is going to be huge. He did take damage from that. He is going to have to pull out.
Yep, and I mean, but then again, this is what DH is doing that I want to see more from Druin. He knows that if he pushes, his infantry's right behind him. He needs to use that tank to establish control on the map, get some kind of presence established here, do something. But I mean, he's doing exactly that. Watch, he's about to roll into B, not a care into the world. He knows his infantry's somewhere around him, and that they're going to support him on this. And that since he's a mobile spawn beacon, it makes sense for him to push up so they can get closer. But dude, look at this! A great reply coming out of AnV. They're countering the DH threat by getting behind him and getting him with those ass shots. This is exactly what we needed to see out of them on Cairo, or not Cairo, Iberian. And it looks like they've learned from that. They've calmed their nerves, and they're back on this map. We've got a game on our hands now, Brett.
I like where Druin's at. Druin has pushed up over here onto the other side of the map. They are putting a ton of pressure here on this site. They don't need to lose A, though. That's going to be not a good position for them to be in, as Torta is going to be doing a good fight over onto that C side of the map. So if they can rotate or flip these flags, this is good. I mean, 136 now to 185. This is a game here right now, Dev. I mean, we're actually seeing the best round, I think, that we have seen so far coming out from these ABA teams. And they're making this a fight. Look at this.
This is good. This is good. This is exactly what we like to see. I mean, it's neck and neck right now. These teams are trading blow for blow. I mean, they're fighting right now. That no one's the strats are out the window, Brett. Right now, they're just trying to get on flags and get these burns in their favor. At this point, everything, they're just trying to get these kills, get these trades. And look at Druin. I think he recognizes it. He's taking the gloves off. He takes down 2 kills. He takes down Elka and Doug. He's going to be looking for a third over here. He's taking a rocket, but he's got his reps on him finally. It looks like Druin is hitting a second win in this game. He's recognizing that his team's around him, and he is utilizing that to the fullest extent. He's getting hits in there. He sees his infantry. He's getting comms. Oh, he's trying to get this final kill. He's chipped out him so many times. But is Druin going to press the issue? I don't think so. I think Druin needs to stay right in this position, maintain this mid-map control. Don't lose A. If B blinks, rotate over there and get on the flag. But, Brett, I love what I'm seeing right now from these guys.
This is a much better position coming out from Druin right now. He's getting more aggressive. He's getting off of those back flags. He's pushing up with his team, and his infantry are doing a great job of supporting him. So absolutely love this. I love the change. I'm not really sure what happened, what kind of, what pieces fell into place for this to manifest, but I am absolutely loving it right now because we have a game on our hands. A possible 3 cap also coming in for AnV. 132 now to 130. This is the first time that we have seen them with a lead this late into a map. So awesome stuff coming out right now from AnV, but how are we going to be seeing wait, Torta, oh no, I thought he was on the enemy's IV, but he's on his own getting those wrenches in. But what exactly are we going to be having from M4L? How are they going to stabilize, and what are they going to do?
And dude, if you look at it now, I mean, he's already Dalwy's commanding presence on the map. He's running up onto C. It looks like M4L are able to leak onto A. This is going to get dangerous if they are able to get control of B, and it's already blinking. They're going to be back in a 2 cap hold over here onto AnV. But, dude, already this is a great match. I mean, look at it. Oh, my God, Dalwy. Yeah. He recognizes his presence. He's running in there. He's saying, get off of the A flag. This is our A flag. M4L is controlling this side of the map. Back up, hide in a corner, wait for your teammates to come because right now we're in control. But look at this. Dalwy immediately hits the gas in reverse. He's rolling back over to C. They're trying to pre-fire the rockets onto Dalwy. They know he's coming. He's a threat. He's going to roll up onto Tetris. He's going to try and pick up this kill. He's probably going to send an infantry out to clean up as well. But look at how mobile M4L are. But immediately, AnV are replying. They're in the back part of this map, just providing resistance right now, Brett. I mean, this is just back and forth right now.
Oh, absolutely it is. and the infantry players are starting to wake up a little bit more. It looks like Addy had a really good kill there downstairs over here onto the C flag. Unfortunately,
That tank is hurting again.
not
Two
taken out,
C,
so
two
he's
C,
still
two C.
surviving, up and
We
alive,
got
keeping
right
that
out
pressure
the
on.
tank.
But there's
wants
too
on the
many players
side.
there. He does end up getting picked up. But yeah, I think that the infantry is definitely doing a lot better on this map. Seems like
Alley
maybe
pit,
Cairo
alley
is just a
pit, elusive.
better suited for this
IV's coming
team
towards A
than what
right
we saw
now.
for Iberian. But yeah, they are looking leaps and bounds better. But right now, Kenny, I'm looking at his
IV
POV.
is
He
on.
was able to do some damage as well, and he does end up getting taken down. So like I said, this is just trades back and forth, as each of these teams are going blow for blow.
And yeah, no, this is amazing to see. But at the same time, look, AnV are having to fight off the back foot. But again, they've made this game competitive. I'm happy with this round. This is doable if you go into the next round with this ticket deficit. But look at this. He's commenting out. These players are alive right now. I was able to get a little bit of a voice into the Addy stream. I got to hear some of the comms. And again, these guys are focused. They're calling out the tank. They're not getting flustered. The comms aren't muddy. Everything sounds good on the AnV side, which is a scary sight if you're M4L, because now you're playing against a real team that's fired up. And we'd love to see it as casters, but you know, even more, I'm sure AnV is loving to have it right now because that first map didn't go too well for him. But over here, I'm going to be looking to get into the Druin POV. Let's see what he's able to command over here.
They are fighting right now, back and forth. These two armor pieces meeting on top of that flag. Druin just now got his armor piece back up and running as he's trying to get some emergency reps going on in, but they need to put this pressure on right now. What do they got, about 40 tickets left? Yeah. They got about 40 tickets left. They got one, maybe two good pushes coming out to try and get a 3 or a 2 cap back in their favor to stop this bleed. So what kind of timing push are we going to have? That's going to be the big question.
Yeah, and you know, look at this. M4L know how important this A flag is. They don't even want to waste the bodies on B right now. They're happy with this hold, and they're pushing Druin all the way back into spawn. Dawi, just that experience is showing himself. He knew the timing was there, and he pushed, and it paid off. Now Druin's basically off the board in his spawn, waiting for reps, and Dawi's just going to sit there and command him to be there. But look at this. M4L are taking B. It looks like AnV are going to lose this round by around 100 tickets, but what a great showing. And
right here, go. Just go, Drew.
Yep.
Just go. Send it right now. Get on the flag. He's got to go. Don't back up. Just go, dude. You got to get on the flag and stop the burn. Not 9 tickets left, man. What are you thinking? Like, this is the moment that these players, they need to have more awareness as to where they're at. Get on that flag. Get that burn as quick. See, it's too late now. You're not going to be able to get the burn fast enough. 2 tickets left, and it is all going to be over, and that's going to be the game. You had the opportunity. You missed it. Those key moments, they make such a difference in these matches. Druin really did a good job in that map, but at the very end, and it's not his fault. It's not all his fault. But at the very end, when you're an armor piece and you just gotta go.
yes, 100%. I mean, you give your team confidence to push. If you see that tank, you know you can probably move in with it more than likely. But Druin played well. I'm gonna give him that. Maybe at the end there, some timings could have been a little bit better for him. But AnV as a whole, like you said,
the whole team, their infantry was doing much better. Like, I didn't see much of Torta, but Addy was doing really good. He had several really good plays. He was able to lock it down over on his side of the map. He was able to get some back caps going in onto that C flag. Like, props to the infantry players of AnV. They stepped it up, and they really looked like a good, cohesive team in that match. So props to them. But they got to do it on this next one, right? So, yes. I mean, what was the ticket count? It's like
195.
95. So, you know, they got to come back in this next map, and they got to have a good showing, right?
Yes.
Now, do we know, forgive my ignorance here, guys, but was M4L on the easy or the hard side considered on this particular map?
I don't know if there is a hard or easier side. Maybe that's just my ignorance, but I think a lot of teams like this map because it's so even and the map design is very good. So, if anyone in chat knows, did M4L win on the harder side or good side, or is this map pretty even? I'm pretty sure it's a pretty even map, but maybe there is a slight advantage. I'm not totally sure.
The point I'm trying to make, though, is that if AnV had the harder side, quote unquote, right, then it's looking up, right? They are going to have some really good momentum coming into this next map. They looked good. I think that they performed really well. Much better than map number 1. So going into round 2 here, map 2, they've got to be feeling pretty good. They got to be feeling like, all right, we've got a chance here to take this to a map number 3, which we hope to see a map number 3 here.
I want it so bad.
Yeah, I mean, literally we've cast what 5 matches now, 4 matches now, something like that. We have
Never
yet
seen
to
a third
see
map.
map 3. Like it's
Not
crazy, guys. It's crazy.
Too dominant, man. We need these teams to trade maps a little better. I don't know.
Yeah, really. Oh man, I wish we had. I wish we had the numbers like we did back in the day, where we could have like pug nights, where we just have like a server full of about like 80 or 90 people, and just everybody splits off to their own teams, and we just have a bunch of random team matchups. It'd be so awesome. Anyways,
oh, dude.
that's-
Yeah,
that's
level
all.
BF and all that. Oh, man. I miss
yeah.
that stuff. Big time, dude. Bring it back.
Uh,
It looks like, so in the chat here, they've given us the information that the side AnV had was slightly better than the C side because of the rollout. I believe you are a little closer to A than you are to the C side, if you're, I guess, yeah. So, but
that's
overall,
really just for the breakout.
yeah, which is important.
Okay.
You know, it's about 50 tickets right there, typically, you know, if you get a good rollout. What you have to do after that is up to you, you know?
Yeah. Well, but it's not like on Iberian where you have a really hard point in order to push through for your IFVs, right? And then once they do, it's not like it's going to be something that's going to affect the entire game throughout it. So that's the main point. And I think if AnV has a good start here, they have potential to take this to a map number 3.
If I'm AnV, I'm fired up off of that round. That was really good from them. But they got to do it again. They got to do it again. That's what it comes down to. At the end of the day, they've got to get in there, get a good hold, and recreate that magic they made on that first round. M4L, they're going to be fired up because they want to go eat dinner. You know, they probably don't want to play a third map. They're kind of a little annoyed. They know how good they are. They're like, how did we let that team get this amount of tickets on us? You know, they got different POVs on it. They're going to play with a little bit of angst more than likely. You know, they're going to play in there. They're going to play hard. So,
but the other thing too that you have to remember is that the team who wins this has to go play Crocs. So you've got I think we can all agree right now that Crocs at the moment is the best team in this league right now. So whoever it wins this match, they've got a Titan to take down next week. So you got to be kind of thinking about that too. But I think these teams, I think they're hungry for it, so that should be good. I think we're going live.
Yep,
right?
I believe we are. Yep. I'm
Awesome.
curious. I want to see what the Dolly's going to do off rip here. I'm curious on how he's going to approach this round here and see what we can get from him. Mr. Dolly. Let's see what we can get out of him and see what they choose to do. I'm curious about off the rip. I wonder if he goes B or C here. I'm curious. Okay, he's going to go for the B play here. All right. Standard B push. Oh, but look at this. So it is AnV.
Both of them are going aggressive.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, I'm curious here. I'm going to swap to the actual Druid POV and see if we can get him to give us any kind of action. But look at this. Oh, no, M4L, we're ready for it. They had 8 players here, but we need the reps. Get your reps up here, Drew, and don't lose this tank immediately. But look at this. AnV starting out very good here, Brett, with a B and C hold. Let's see if they can maintain it. They're going to need this tank's help, and they're going to need to take down Dolly. But Dolly's going to be ready here on this corner, but he's not. He's backed up. So it looks like Druid, I mean, this is good so far, Brett. I like this. But what I want to see from AnV is I want to see them get a little aggro. I want them to send the rat over to A. I want to see A blinking here to pull M4L back. But look at this. M4L have adjusted. They sent Dolly all the way to the C flag. Druid misses the tow missile. Oh, no. That is such a critical error here. Oh, no. And he gets taken down from behind. M4L reply and say, good opening, but we've got a better counter. Oh, my goodness.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you there. But now it's going to really come down to where do they put the infantry coming in for the AnV. So they have no armor right now, but they do have an extra infantry player. So do we rotate? Do we try and go for a back cap? That is going to separate the players potentially from M4L, and that'll give them an opportunity maybe to stall out until their armor piece can come back up. And we are going to be seeing C now getting captured here from Dolly. So that is going to be actually an AC hold coming out for the M4L squad. and B is going to be held right now for AnV. But where are we going to be having those players for AnV start to push into?
Oh man, Dolly's getting aggressive. He's knocking these players off of Tetris. He's getting rocketed from 2 angles, but he's not too scared about it. He's just playing his cover. He knows there's a player over by Archie's. He's going to try and get this splash damage over here, but he's got to be careful about this bus because it's hard to get that infantry out of the bus sometimes. The hitboxes get a little funky in there. But then again, you see Dolly looking back at A, and immediately he takes a rocket from the A side, but it looks like AnV are really interested in getting the C flag back, and they're putting a lot of resources on this. I like this. I'll be honest. C flag's a good flag to have, but I almost would rather than put more resources into going to A. Get behind Dolly. Do something. Take down this piece from M4L that is just proven to be so valuable to them right now. But look at this. M4L are taking B. We might be looking at a spawn camp situation here, Brett. M4L have come out the gate ready.
Well, I don't know if they came out of the gate ready, but they definitely did get back onto their feet once they were knocked off of them pretty darn quickly. So you got to give them some props for that. We do see that B flag staying in that neutralized position, so this is going to give them a little bit of breathing room for AnV to make sure that they're not going to lose the tickets too awfully fast. But yeah, they are definitely not looking great. We should be seeing the armor up pretty quickly here for Druin. It's been almost about 2 minutes here.
Druin's coming out of spawn now. Yep, I see him.
But at the moment, yeah, he's just basically running around, just having some fun, shooting stuff, you know, getting splash damage off walls and throwing trees around like nobody's business. And, he has the freedom in order to do that. They got the 95 tickets to play with, so if he does end up going down, it's not going to be the end of the world. They got some time there to kind of play with it. And yeah, I mean, this is not looking good now for AnV. A really good breakout, but just not a good follow-up.
Swapping over to the Druin POV here. He's going to be fighting Dolly. Immediately hits his tow missile, but it looks like AnV get control B. This is the first step. Go A here. There's no reason to go for C. They have Dolly on C. Go A, make Dolly pull back, then you'll get C because of him pulling back. These teams need to think ahead a little bit here. Going for C is going to be running into a brick wall, especially if Dolly's right there and all of M4L is set up to protect Dolly. And that's what we've noticed as a current trend with this team is that they're going to protect Dolly and let him do that work. But look at that. They're losing B. Druin, go B here. We want to see you get off of this pivot where you're trying to fight Dolly the whole time. I'm not a big fan of this right here, Brett. I'll be honest. I want to see him go B, go to A, maybe get behind Dolly. Do something crazy here.
Well, I think at this point, it's less on Druin. It's more on the infantry players of the... man, Addy was trying to get back behind. It's more on the infantry players of AnV. They need to get some infantry somewhere else on the map, a good presence in the backfield to try and knock them down as much as possible, to pull back that infantry squad or that armor squad, to let Druin then have some breathing room there to make up a little bit more of the lost ground. But yeah, oh my God, this is just not looking good. I was watching Addy's POV there, and he's able to pick up one kill, but looking right now at the score, I mean, they have lost so much momentum, so many tickets here that they're going to have to make up. It's going to be rough.
Oh, man. Oh, no. Addy tries to go for that kill, and he gets taken down by Prince. A good push from him to try and do that. I kind of want to check out Torta over here. He looks like he's trying to help push with this push over here to C. He looks like he's getting in a good position to try and pinch with this tank here. He's gonna be, oh my goodness, but Druin, oh my God, Torta takes down 2 players going for the ash shot on Druin. Very good awareness coming out from Torta. He's gonna be pushing down. He's on the C flag. It looks like AnV will finally recapture this flag that they put so many resources into, but they've got to turn on the gas now because they've only got 65, 70 tickets to play with here, Brett. They need to do something different.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they just lost way too much there in this couple of minutes, and it's definitely coming back and hurting them pretty decently at the moment. So I was just watching Kenny's POV now. He has been able to get himself back onto this C flag. He was able to pick up 1 kill, making his way onto the flag as well. So getting that 2-cap back into their favor, or potentially getting it back in their favor. He did get picked up. That is going to be Torta able to take that kill. So Torta is still doing some work. I think he managed to get at least like 3 or 4 kills there in the span of about 2 minutes. So he is being able to be effective, but they just got to get those flag caps. They're just not stopping this burn whatsoever, and it's starting to get pretty brutal. That is for sure. Now DH has gone down in his tank, so there is no more armor for that squad. This is an opportunity for Druin to make a play on the map. Okay, get that presence somewhere on the map where you're going to be able to force those infantry players off of another flag, right? You got to get them back somewhere else. Give your infantry players an opportunity to get another cap out.
Yeah, it's brutal because right now AnV need to get every flag and set up in base camp. That's what they need. The ticket count demands it. And AnV, Druin, run in there. Go A, please. Oh my goodness, I understand there's players here, but your infantry will help you clear it. You don't have to do all the work. Maybe he feels like he does a little bit here, but they need to push. They need to get in there. They can't play scared. This isn't the time for it.
They have to. Okay. This goes back to what I was talking about in the very last few seconds of round number 1. Their awareness right now of their ticket count just doesn't seem to be there. They allowed the tank to come up right now for DH. He's up and he's alive. He's going to be able to put pressure in on this A flag. Yeah, yep. They did get them neutralized on A, but you have literally 3 tickets to work with. That's it. It's 98. I'm sorry, 2 tickets. It's 97 now to 274. You got to bleed them to 0. You can't do that. Like, I don't. The awareness right now of what's going on in the map, it's sorely lacking. I don't know if this is because of the IGL. I don't know if it's because the team is just not vibing right now. I don't know what it is, but this is a huge mistake on their part. They've had 2 opportunities to just jump on flags and to make something happen, and it's going to lose them the game. They are not going to be able to win at this stake. I mean, I would love to believe that a 2 ticket to 255 ticket is going to be viable, but it just ain't, boys and girls.
No,
this is a win for M4L, and
like
AnV,
right here,
like they had it, but they just, I don't know what happened.
It has to be nerves. It has to be nerves. There's no other way to explain this because they should understand that they need to hit the gas. That's what worked out so well for them last. They got in there, got behind M4L, and put him on the back foot and kind of stunned him a little bit. But it seems here they're trying to go for a lockdown whenever they need to go for the spawn camp. And like you said, it's lost. 94. M4L have taken the series here, but I'm confused why Druin's staying right here. I understand maybe he's playing cautious, but I don't like it. I'm going to swap over to the Dolly POV and see if we can give him some good minutes here and show what he's got and what he's capable of here.
I really think so. I understand why you want to play passive at times, but look at DH right now.
Look at him.
He's jumping on the flag. He's got infantry players. They're not necessarily staying on him, but they're spreading out. They're taking care of other infantry players that are around him, and then they come back to him to give him assistance if he needs it. Right? That's what you want to do when you're jumping flags with these armor pieces, man. You just got to get on there. Your teammates, they spawn, they get out, they throw rockets, they clean up some infantry, then they come back to you and rep.
Oh no!
Coming in here.
What a crazy push!
Destroying right now.
Oh no, he's getting repair tooled? Oh, come on, man. You can't do that to the Dolly. That's not going to work. Oh, what a great push from Dolly. Again, we see it. We've seen it so many times in the series where Dolly has just found the timing, threaded the needle, and just shown his experience. Those aggressive pushes from him are always perfect. They always end in some kind of kill, some kind of advantage for his team. And he recognizes, I don't have to commit to it. I could go in and I can back out. And there's something to be learned from Dolly about this, that you don't have to commit to everything. You can use the tank just as like a, hey, back the hell up, here I come, and then you can back right out of there. You don't have to always commit, and Dolly understands that. See, he pushed to kill Druin and pulled right back away and secured A. I mean, the tank is fast, especially after this previous update. There's nothing you could really do once he gets to rolling as far as speed. And look at Dolly. He is like an infantry player. He is shoving himself in places that he shouldn't be. I've never even seen a tank go right here. And you know what? I don't think Dolly's even taking a tank right here. As you can see, he's trying to figure out how to get out of this situation. He's switching around. He's so aware of these rockets. He's swapping in this position as well. He takes down a kill in the process. This guy is a true force on the map no matter what happens with this guy. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You know, a lot of that is because that they know they already won it, so they're playing a little bit loose and fast. But I mean, that's kind of the thing. Like AnV, they had to know that they were playing it from a disadvantage, so you have to kind of play loose and fast at that particular time. And they were playing way too fast. They were playing like they had a 30 ticket advantage and they won round number 1. Like that's what AnV looked like that they were playing, but they weren't. They were playing from behind. So you got that sense of urgency that you need to have, that sense of recklessness that, hey, I just got to go and make this happen towards those critical points of the game, which is towards the end right there. And we just didn't have that coming out from them in both rounds of this map. I mean, if you think about it, like going into round number 1 of this particular map, had we seen Druin with his armor and the 2 infantry players that he had with him, if they just gone onto that flag, neutralized it, then we probably could have been seeing even a smaller ticket advantage going into this map number 1, or I'm sorry, round number 2, or even an AnV win squeaking it out by just a few tickets, which changes the whole dynamic of this match. You know, I mean that's momentum going into the next round. It's breathing room that they have, but instead they just pass it. Going round number 2, same thing. Like you have 120 tickets left. You know that's 25 tickets to go. Get on that flag. Get that neutralized. Stop the bleed. Like if you are
100%.
not fighting on a flag, you're not doing your team any justice. Like you've got to go in those moments. You just have to. And we just didn't see that coming out. Now, look, I am not saying that these teams or these players are bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's just that their timings are off. They need to go back and kind of look at some of this video. I think that they can learn a lot from maybe when to put pressure on teams and when not to put pressure on.
Yep. 100%.
But it really did look like they just maybe they just haven't been in that position before. I mean, that's a possibility too. Have they been in a situation to where, you know, they were within just a few tickets and they just needed to jump onto a flag real quick? I don't know. I would think that they would have. I mean, I would imagine that these teams have played quite a bit, but that's always a possibility too. You know, that they've never been in a game where it was that close, where it was in that position, and they're just learning from it. But it was very disappointing. AnV had an opportunity to take map number 2. They let it slip. I think that they let it slip through their hands. I think it was totally on AnV to lose that map. M4L, not taking any away from them. They did a great job. They're a solid team. I'm looking forward to what they're going to do next week. But AnV lost that map. That was theirs to lose.
And, you know, something I want to point out about it is the inability to adapt. I think a lot of the times these teams get married to the game plan. And as an IGL, appreciate the follow, Invincible. Thank you, sir. As an IGL, you know, you want to stick to your plan. But at a certain point, whenever you get punched in the mouth, you've got to be able to adapt, change your game plan. Because it looked like AnV on that second side were really married to that C and B hold. Like that was almost the end all be all for them. They almost never went for that A flag. They never pulled M4L back. And you've got to be able to adapt, especially at this highest level. Like if you get punched in the mouth and your game plan gets totally countered, you have got to be able to respond and win. You can't just play into what you know worked in a scrim a couple months ago. Sometimes you've got to change it up as an IGL and say, okay, let's go back to the drawing board right now in this 10-second window, and what can I do different? If I've got B and they've got C and A and they got a tank and multiple infantry on C, maybe we should make the play to push them back off of C by going A. That you have to be able to adapt to situations to win, and especially if you want to win it all. Every top team in this this tournament is going to have a plan like that, and they're going to have adaptability like that. So there's something to be learned here from M4L. They changed up the game plan a couple of times there, but AnV played very well in that first round, but in that second round, I feel like they did not adapt to the aggression from Dalby and his infantry on that C flag. It seemed like I mean, what did they spend? About 100, almost 200 tickets trying to get C back, Brett? That was brutal to watch.
I would say it's about 150 tickets they lost. Yeah. You know, and like you said, it was really just the fact that they couldn't get out of that C position. You know, I don't. You know, they had B, right? Because it was double gimme hold, correct?
Yeah. Well, the gimme is technically C, I think, for AnV on that side, the second side. B is like the.
But what I'm saying though is that like they had B during that game, correct?
Yes, they had B almost uncontested. It almost looked like M4L don't go for it. You know.
So like